Okay, so we're smoking all my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats overachieving, never slacking. I hope y'all day is wonderful. I hope y'all out there just accomplishing all y'all goals. You know, shout out this video is for all my Creek Squad fans, right? So shout out to Creek Squad, man. Hope y'all out there tearing it up, riding y'all four-wheelers, dirt bikes, you know, magnet fishing, regular fishing, doing it all, right? Just turned up, eat y'all cornbread, all that. I love cornbread, by the way. I'm actually trying not to eat none today because I felt like I ate enough this week. But I made this video to show love to Creek Squad, show love to Ryan Upchurch, and just say why Ryan Upchurch, in my opinion, people can disagree, you know, all they want. Why I believe that Ryan Upchurch is the undisputed GOAT of country rap. First and foremost, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ryan, he started off pretty much just you know, making videos, and people attracted to his character. You know, he has a hell of a character. And, you know, I remember when I first seen Ryan Upchurch video was actually, I never had heard his music, anything. I had seen him on Facebook, back when I had a Facebook. This was years ago. And he did a video basically talking about why, you know, it was pretty much impossible for independent artists to really make money and really thrive, and how, you know, they make it so hard if you're independent. And this was years ago when he was giving game back then. And I remember that may have been the first time I even had heard of him or anything. And I'm just listening. I'm like, okay, this guy's legit, right? He's out here giving jewels, spitting jewels. Like, he's not just somebody who's just saying anything. Like, there's a lot of common sense and a lot of intelligence behind this guy. So that was actually my first impression. This is on Facebook, like years ago, maybe 6-7 years ago, you know? So, you know, later on when I actually, you know, really started to hear his music, you know, country rap started to pop off, period. Like, I remember being at the dollar store and I'm just seeing dudes in their trucks banging country rap, right? I didn't know anything about it. I'm from you know, New York, a mixture of upstate, and, you know, I've lived in the city, and, you know, just the culture I'm from, I've never know nothing about country rap. I have a lot of country friends, did a lot of country things, did a whole lot of things, right? But I didn't know that was like a big thing, right? Until I started to see certain videos, and I'm like, damn, these guys are getting a lot of views, like millions. Like, these guys are going viral. So the more, when I started to hear Upchurch, I'm like, okay, this guy, I'm hearing remixes. Like, this guy can spit, you know. And why I think makes him the GOAT is, first and foremost, let me say this, even though I said first and foremost already, right? But let me say this. Upchurch has over 15 albums. Like, I think he has like 16, 17 albums, give or take. Albums, right? Albums. He sticks to his roots. And he doesn't just, I feel like there's a lot of guys now who, I don't even feel like this, I've seen it. There's a lot of guys who I seen, literally, they were just kind of going with the wave. Like, say 8 years ago, they were rapping like to trap music and, you know, like talking about that culture. They weren't like putting a country spin on it. But it seems like ever since people like Ryan Upchurch and, you know, others, you know, Adam Calhoun gets his credit for sure. You know, other people that really push that genre, you know, and really put on for that genre, I should say. It seems like ever since they got it to a certain level, then I started to see a lot of people like switching over. Let me put on my Trump hat. Let me put on my Make America Great Again hat. Let me start rapping like this. Let me start America. But but before, and I've noticed before, that was never really them. They were trying other things to get popular. So to be honest, I only take a few people serious, and those are the people that I seen from the beginning, that I know, like, that's who they are. Like, Ryan Upchurch, from what I seen, started out just telling things from his perspective of who he is and his culture, and that's what really attracted his cult following to him. So then to put so much passion into the music, he also has a love for hip hop. If you really listen, he's not somebody that's like, yo, I'm just here to just take over, F everybody. You know, he's somebody who's like, listen, I'm just being me, but I love the craft. You know, he also loves other genres that he mixes in, and he experiments, and he has fun with this. And I call him the GOAT because he has a whole bunch of remixes where it's really him being him. He's representing himself. You know, he throws up the Confederate flag. He does what he does, but not out of disrespect for anybody. Not that he, you know, the reason why I can listen to UPCHURCH, because it doesn't sound like ego all day. Sure, he pops his, you know, he talks his talk. We all do, right? But he talks his talk, you know. But I just see something different about him, and most of the time when I see him, even though he has a lot of features, but he has so much where it's just him, and he's just killing beats. He's just killing beats like he's been putting on for years, bro. Not just musically, but even just up to now, making videos. Like I had seen, he had made a post where he was going to quit. He was going to like really just, you know, he's like, yo, I'm done. And he came back, right? And I felt like he was going to come back for some reason. Like when I read the post, I didn't feel like he was really going to quit. That's just my personal feelings. So when he came back and I see he's still working and he's still doing what he do and entertaining his fan base, I have respect. And the reason I have respect for it, because I feel like Ryan probably goes through depression and goes through things that the average person wouldn't understand as far as being famous, you know, and dealing with criticism. You know, I'm sure he's tired of, you know, been tired of speaking about the same things, getting criticized for the same things over and over and over. And he fights through that. And the greatest people, you know, have bounced back, have climbed mountains. And I see him as somebody who he's still young. You know, he's only, like 31? So he's somebody who just climbs mountains, and people not going to know what he goes through really behind closed doors. Like, you know, I'm sure he has a family and things like that, or what trauma he may have that he may not speak about. And he just keeps going. You know, he keeps going. I mean, over 15 albums, you know, that's insane. And once again, I call him the GOAT because he does it, and he did it independently. To me, he was the first. I didn't see anyone else going hard like that. Not proudly the way he did. I felt like he took it on his back, and he's like, yo, this is who I am. F you if you don't like me. You know, I still love hip-hop. I'm still rapping over hip-hop beats. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing that. I'm still showing love. But I'm going to be me. And to me, that's GOAT status, because I didn't see nobody else doing that. Now, I'm not taking away from anybody, because there may have been people that have been doing that may not have made it to that level. And shout out to them. Much respect, right? Not to disrespect anybody here. But I just feel like that Ryan definitely the GOAT of this. Definitely. I don't hear too many cosigns. I don't hear outside of, like, I seen Lil Boozy hopped on a YZ track. But that's really, you know, like I don't know any, you know what I'm saying, any other big artists that's in that culture of, you know, like Lil Boozy, you could say he's, I don't want to say trap culture, but you guys get where I'm going, you know. Let me see how many tours UPCHURCH has had, right? Because like when it comes to independent and knocking that down, UPCHURCH knocked that down, man. And this is just to show him love. I don't personally know UPCHURCH. I just knocked something over. But we froze here. Let me get it back. Hold on, y'all. Damn, that froze this up. We back though. We back. So I don't personally know UPCHURCH. You know, I don't, none of that. I'm just doing this strictly out of love, to be honest with you. Let's see. How many tours has he had? So it's not telling me specifically how many tours Ryan has had. It's not telling me specifically how much he had, but I'm sure he's had a lot, right? He really put on for his people. I just respect it, man. I respect it because that's like me going over um to let's say I go to just country, the country genre, or let's say I go to just I say country, and I'm good, but I want to talk about me. I want to talk about my folks. You know how I feel about being young and so called black in America, and what my people been through, and say I start talking about Black Wall Street and how that was destroyed, and places like in Syracuse, towns that were destroyed, or Central Park, how that was a so-called black village and that was destroyed. And say if I put my spin on it, that would be hard to do, wouldn't it? Right? People would be like, what? Who is this young black kid think he is coming in country and talking about? No, we don't care about that. We care about what we care about. We don't want to hear that. So this is why I salute and I call UPCHURCH the GOAT of country rap, because he the first person I seen coming like that in a culture where that was people didn't know nothing about that. Like, to be real with you, not like that, not to the like to see this, so this so-called white boy, right, just come through and just listen. I'm repping this. This is what I do. This is blah blah bang. But like just talking his talk. Every song he puts his spin on it. Every song. It's not like and it's not like I haven't picked up no hatred. Like, I haven't personally picked up no real live hatred. There's certain people I've heard rap that's not in Ryan camp that where I'll be like, all right, a little suspect. Like, maybe we can have a conversation. I can see how you really feel. But then there's certain people like Ryan where it's like, yo, he just loves the music and he's just being him, So I just wanted to show love to Creek Squad. Much love to Creek Squad. Much love to Ryan UPCHURCH. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Y'all keep spreading love, and just rising the frequency out here. And let's just keep coming to more of an understanding. As far as just frequency. You got this is coming. This comes down to. This comes down to individual every time. It's people out here that it doesn't matter how you look or none of that. At the end of the day, it's people that look just like you that want to destroy you or that will try to destroy you. And then there's somebody who could be on the whole opposite side of the world in China or something, and y'all meet and it's like y'all was just twins somewhere, just from the same soul group. So continue to just spread that love. And as far as Ryan, I'm excited. I'm supporting. I'm excited to see what you got coming. My last video of Ryan's that I really like. That it was like a banger that I really liked. Man, I'm the people's champ. I like that. He did his thing on that. That was my joint right there. The people's champ. So, salute to you. I'm off this. Much love.